I have 3 minutes with you to reflect upon the Holocaust whose flames consumed the Jewish people, my family. My first minute is for the victims. My father Elie Wiesel and grandfather Shlomo, Zichronam Livracha, chose the death march to Buchenwald over the risk of being executed in the Auschwitz infirmary. Tomorrow, January 28th, marks the night my grandfather died 77 years ago, my father powerless to help him. Today, January 27th, marks the Soviet liberation of Auschwitz, which they had missed by only a few short weeks. But it was not the first day the world knew about the death camps. How must it have felt to learn after the war of Breckinridge Long, the U.S. Assistant Secretary of State in charge of visa disbursement, who pushed FDR to keep American shores closed to Jewish refugees? To learn that the Allies knew about Auschwitz and chose not to bomb the rail lines or even broadcast a radio warning to Europe's Jews that they should not, under any circumstance, get on the trains. My second minute is for the children of survivors. We were born with a burden. We were born to parents who had survived incalculable pain, who somehow radiated hope despite the world's betrayal. How did they do it? Live life again? Love? Raise families? The truth is that if all we did was live, that would have been enough. We have already brought our parents some peace, some justice, by living our million small acts of daily life. But if you are like me, it did not feel like enough. Now I feel I too must do something to honor and continue the Jewish life of my ancestors and to speak up against the anti-Semitism that nearly extinguished us. Because it still exists today. Over 6 million Jews living in Israel descend from refugees who fled the Holocaust in Europe, pogroms in Russia, or the Farhud in the Arab Middle East. And last year, the United Nations General Assembly condemned Israel, more than it condemned Iran, North Korea, and Syria combined. The world's double standards threaten the security of Jews everywhere. My third minute is for all of you who have joined us today. My father firmly believed that his faith required him to fight hatred and oppression everywhere, in places like Cambodia, Darfur, Rwanda, and Bosnia. Are we brave enough to follow? China, which sits on the Human Rights Council, inflicts mass internment, forced labor, and forced sterilization on the Uyghur people. As the world turns a blind eye to the forced separations and cultural eradication of Uyghur families, other oppressors, Myanmar, ISIS, and the Taliban, breathe easier as they oppress the Rohingya, the Yazidi, and women. I have met with Uyghur dissidents and I believe their testimony. Will we pretend nothing is wrong? We must instead provide refuge to the Uyghur people and stand vigil for the disappeared, Kurban Mahmut, Yalkun Rozi, Ilham Tohti, to name a few. Beijing's Winter Olympics begin next week. Now is the time for us to act. Will the UN invoke the Genocide Convention's obligation to investigate what is happening in Xinjiang? We are out of time. May our actions this year be worthy of the weight of this day.